Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome to our Hardcore Championship match for our Universe match. This is basically going to crown our first Hardcore Champion. I didn't want to do this as a tournament because I just thought it just wouldn't work having loads of singles matches for a Hardcore Championship. So we're going to go here and just have one big Fatal 4-Way Extreme Rules match. The winner will of course be our first Hardcore Champion. Now for a little bit of fun, why don't we just guess who's going to win this match once again? I'm going to go for Just Incredible. I don't know why, but he was my very first Ultraviolent Underground champion in Combat Zone Wrestling in 2015, or 2K15 should we say. So I'm giving him a good chance here this evening. Of course, I'll just let you know that is Just Incredible, Sabu, the Sandman and Raven, just in case you weren't sure who that was. So yeah, I just thought it'd be better to do this as just a one-off Fatal 4-Way Extreme Rules match video rather than just doing a full-on tournament, which I didn't think would work too well. I think we're going to do the same sort of thing in the Universe mode as well. We're not going to have a lot of singles matches for the Hardcore Championship. It just seems more likely that we'd have multiple man matches. This is the belt that's going to change, in theory, across lots of different places. And we're in Hamburg, Germany here for Warriors War. That's an interesting one. And as promised, because this is a championship match, we are going to have the entrances. And I hope these entrances are okay because I haven't actually checked any of them yet. So this is Sabu, who seems to be a very heel entrance here. This is a interesting one. The homicidal, genocidal, and there's one there. Homicidal, genocidal, and suicidal, isn't it? Yeah, homicidal, genocidal, suicidal, the Sabu. And this will be interesting because not only is Sabu going to be involved in the Hardcore Championship here in the Attitude Era as well, but he's also going to be as part of our probably Tag Team Championship roster alongside his partner RVD. He's getting the face of a small Chinese woman there in the crowd who got right back in his face. And I'm not sure if I like this entrance or not. I might change that actually because it seems a bit odd to have him with this sort of heel entrance. And let's see who his opponent... Well, we know who his opponents are going to be anyway, don't we? This is the Sandman. Finally we get a name bar. As we await the entrance of our second combatant, and here he is, the Sandman. Of course, it's a shame we can't have the proper Sandman entrance. I suppose we could give him Roman Reigns' entrance, because that's what he used to do. He used to come through the crowd, so maybe we could give him Roman Reigns' entrance. I'm not quite sure if that would work or not, but either way, he's going to be another strong shot here at the Hardcore Championship. Of course, not the greatest wrestler in the world, but legitimately one of the hardest men in wrestling. He really took a lot of crap at ECW and he still continued on every single time. I've got no idea what they're spelling there. It's always too quick for me to try and figure it out. But either way, like I said, the Sandman, again, another great shout to become our first Hardcore Champion. I think any of these four guys really have got a great chance of winning it. As we await the entrance here, I think it's going to be Just Incredible out next. And here he is. I was going to be confused then. So Just Incredible's name bar comes up before he even enters the ring. That's a bit strange. Here he comes though. Just Incredible. PJ Polacco, not the best looking face of a core, I must admit. It doesn't look too much like him, but you get the idea of who it is. Plus it's an important part to have in our roster because he's going to be part of our triple threat stable. Of course, that's going to be in our Attitude Era roster. That is going to be probably, I'm thinking Just Incredible and Bam Bam Bigelow as the tag team, and then Shane Douglas as the singles competitor. So that's going to be it's been an interesting one. This is essentially an all ECW match here for the Hardcore Championship, and that's what I wanted to really do on this Universe mode. In the Attitude Era, that's what we've done. We've moved all of our ECW guys over onto here. They're going to be fighting out for the Hardcore Championship. That's some others, such as Taz, Rhino, you got RVD. And who else you got? I'm sure there's more as well, but they're all going to be fighting out for some of the other championships as well. They're definitely strong enough, and I don't know if the game is bugged here or not, but it seems to be giving me the names of who's coming out before they actually make their entrance, which is a bit funny, unless Raven and Just Incredible just have the same entrance down. And here is Raven. We've seen him already in one of our random matches. He faced off against Mikey Whipwreck, who is also going to be involved in our Attitude Era roster. And this could be a good shout for Raven maybe to win this championship match. Now, I really like what they've done this year with the Fatal 4-Ways. They've made them a bit more fluid, because what they do, well, I've only done one so far, but this is the way I've seen it, is they tend to split it up. So we'll always have 2 guys in the ring, and we'll always have 2 guys outside the ring, which is pretty handy, because it means that when people go for pins, it means that it just makes it more likely that you're going to pick up a victory. It doesn't end up being a situation where everyone stood in the ring and everyone keeps breaking the pinfall over and over and over and over again. So, yeah, like I say, it's a pretty good way of doing it. I quite like it, actually. And I think that's all 4 guys out here now. We are ready for our championship match, and this is the belt that everyone's fighting for. It's the Hardcore Championship. And who is going to be our first Hardcore Champion? The referee holds the belt up high. And there he is. That's Sabu, the Sandman, Just Incredible, and Raven. Referee rings the bell and we are underway, and Raven takes Just Incredible out straight away, and Sabu taking the Sandman out as well. So they're split into 2 sort of separate matches in these Fatal 4-Ways, as tend to what normally happens. And you'll see one of these 2 now. There you go. I was going to say you'll see one of these 2 guys eject their opponent from the ring and follow them out. So this is what I'm saying. The game sorts of likes to split it so there's 2 guys in the ring at a time and 2 guys on the outside. And I think that works quite well in these sort of matches. Remember, this is also Extreme Rules, so, well, weapons count, basically. And I'm sure we'll see a few weapons with these guys in the match. They're all weapons specialists, which is why they're involved in this Hardcore Championship title tournament. I say tournament, it's just a Fatal 4-Way match, isn't it, really? And this is going to be a belt which we'll probably just defend quite regularly. Like I say, there'll be sort of matches like this, bigger, more competitors in the matches. The belt's going to change hands on several occasions, I should imagine. It's that sort of belt. It's not going to be held for a very long time. Like things like the Heavyweight Championship, you'll generally see it being held by the same person for a few months at a time. This could change hands every single week in a month, really. There's no reason why not. Like I said, it's a shame they've taken backstage brawls out of the match, because because that was a really good way that we could have done sort of like the Hardcore Championship 24/7 rule. We could have just every now and again just had a little backstage brawl backstage between matches, just to see if we can get the championship to change hands. That would have been quite good. Raven there dropping Just Incredible on his knee in the middle of the ring, and as you can see again, they're split into 2 separate parts. We've got the team. Oh, we've got the match. Sorry, of Sabu and the Sandman on the outside. Then you've got Raven and Just Incredible inside the ring. So obviously, I think Just Incredible and Raven hold a big advantage here at the moment. I can't remember who I said I was going to win this. I said the Sandman, didn't I? I think I said the Sandman. Yeah, I think Just Incredible and Raven had the big advantage, because although this is Extreme Rules, pinfalls and submissions only count inside the ring. Can't change that, unfortunately. So Raven and Just Incredible, the 2 guys in the ring, probably have the advantage in this one. Being in the ring, they can actually go for pinfall submissions. Sabu and Sandman on the outside can't. We're still yet to see a weapon in this match, which is a bit confusing. Like I said, it is an Extreme Rules match. Weapons do go. No disqualifications, and we see the Sandman with the ring steps, and finally somebody has got some hardware. Sandman straight to the face of Sabu with them ring steps, and now just across the chest as well of Sabu. Very aggressive moves there by the Sandman, and there it is, ring steps to the forehead once again. Sandman throwing those ring steps into the ring, and waiting for Sabu to join him. No, he goes back out to get Sabu himself, but he has left them ring steps in there, and Just Incredible takes the advantage and picks them up. And straight across the face of Raven by Just Incredible. No, I went for Just Incredible, didn't I? Yeah, I went for Just Incredible because he was our first... Oh, I can't remember who I voted for now. I said Just Incredible since he was our first Ultravan Underground champion in our Combat Zone Wrestling roster in 2K16. That's why I went for Just Incredible. Of course, guys like Sabu, I think, could be involved in maybe the European Championship as well. RVD, we've already seen, he's been involved in the Intercontinental Championship title picture as part of that tournament, but unlucky for him. So I think a few of these ECW guys, they're not just going to be stuck down here in the Hardcore Championship. They are going to be involved in other things. Of course, like I said, Triple Threat, which is going to be just incredible, and just incredible Shane Douglas, and of course Bam Bam Bigelow as well. Raven in with the pin here. 1, 2, but Sandman was in there to break it up. Sandman taunting, he was very happy with himself on that. One thing I'm interested in doing as well is maybe doing a Raven's Flock. So I'm not quite sure who to be involved in Raven's Flock yet, but that's some sort of thing that we could do to create a rival stable maybe to Triple Threat down there in the Attitude Era, especially in the Hardcore division as well. I'm thinking maybe Mikey Whipwreck and maybe Tajiri, maybe they could both be involved in that. That's something we can definitely have a look at doing. Of course, I do have Tajiri as well. He will be involved in the Cruiserweight Championship title tournament. Could have some great guys in that Cruiserweight Championship title tournament, actually. As we now have all 4 guys on the outside. Just incredible. Catches a hold of Sabu. Sends him back into the ring, and Raven goes outside and joins the Sandman. Sandman taking Raven out with those ring steps. Sandman sees that Just Incredible has gone for a tombstone. And straight in the back of Just Incredible goes Sandman with their ring steps. Is he going to steal the victory? He goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. He does the Sandman. Steals the victory here for the Hardcore Championship. Just Incredible caught Sabu with a tombstone pile driver. Sandman came in, just hit Just Incredible with the ring steps, and then pinned Sandman for the victory. What a great win that was for Sandman, showing a bit of intelligence there. Not what we would expect from him, really. He's generally drunk and drugged out of his skull, but this time he's shown some great intelligence to come out of this one with the Hardcore Championship. And like I say, I think this was a much better way of deciding our first Hardcore Champion rather than doing an 8-man singles competition, because singles Extreme Rules matches can get a bit boring. Having a Fatal 4-Way just had a lot more havoc in it, as you can see. And it did work, because we did end up with quite a good finish to the match as well. I'm quite happy with that. That was Raven hitting his Raven Effect DDT. It wasn't enough to keep Just Incredible down, though. Incredible kicked out. I just see Incredible had just hit the tombstone pile driver on Sabu. Sandman dropping the ring steps onto Just Incredible again. Went for the pin. 1, 2, and then before Just Incredible could do anything about it, he'd already lost the match. The Sandman is going to be our first Hardcore Champion going into our Universe mode, and I couldn't have picked anyone better, really, could we? If anybody personifies hardcore wrestling, it is this man right here. You see on the back of his shirt, blood, sweat and beers. That is the Sandman in one sentence. What a fantastic win this is, and yeah, I'm really looking forward now to having the Sandman as our Hardcore Champion. That's going to make it very interesting in our Universe mode. A Hardcore Specialist, and who's going to be able to take this belt away from him? Anyway guys, that is the end of this video. If you have enjoyed it, then be sure to hit that like button, and of course hit that like button as well for Sandman being the Hardcore Champion. That's really gonna throw our Universe mode up in the air now. This is going to be a real interesting one. Of course, if you're not already, be sure to subscribe, because we'll be uploading a lot more daily 2K16 footage all the way into next year. Especially the Universe mode, which is my main project. That should be kicking off. First episode uploaded next Monday. Yeah, I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching this episode, and I'll see you all next time.